This is Grimlegate with another video review of, this time with the TFC Iron Army Set A with the Mustang and the Tiger tank. Or if you can judge by the color schemes, not Vortex and not Swindle. You know, because they're supposed to fit for the brawl-based PP, Power Core Combiner set. You know, the one tank dude that looks a little spindly, but I'll get to that in a minute. So they come with these extra pieces. They come with an extra hand and a foot piece, which the foot piece also doubles as a weapon. I'll show that off. What you gotta do is, comes with, looks like a connector port, because there's a little port right here, which is kind of interesting thinking. And you flip down the heel, which will become a handle. And what's a little bit of a pain is I have trouble getting into the thing to get the barrel out. And here's the gun. What's kind of funny is I recently figured out that you can take the weapon and you can plug it in to the tank. And it looks a little silly, but it's kind of cool, you know. So the foot is supposed to go for Swindle, of course, and the hand is supposed to go, well, the Tiger tank or Swindle, you know. And the thing's supposed to go to this one, you know, the hand. But what's kind of funny is I had figured out to create a configuration in which the leg pieces work for the planes and the arm pieces work for the tanks. And I might end up showing that off because I think it's actually kind of interesting, seeing as how I kind of somehow thought of a way to allow these pieces to become legs, and these pieces to become arms, which kind of fill out the form a bit better, in my opinion, for that one I have. But either way, it looks really nice. And I'm going to start with the Mustang because I have... Sorry, I don't know if I'm coming down with something, I don't know. I'll be fine. A couple of nitpicks, but I'll get to those. You take off the turret, which will become a weapon later, and here's where my nitpick comes in. If you look closely, I don't know if I can, it should show up. There it is. See that stress? See the stress mark? Nothing to worry about because, I mean, it's not deep, but it seems like it's not going to break, but something to be wary about because I don't know exactly what happened, but after a while I noticed this, which is a little annoying. So to transform them, I recommend taking these and then just, you know, pull the back out and then carefully move these pieces of the tread out from. I'll try to show that a little bit better this time. Just kind of pull the tread out a little bit, which should give enough clearance to pull these out and essentially become legs. And you stand just fine, right like that. Oh, one last thing. Here, let me move my big hairy knuckles so I can show you that you fold out the arms and oh boy, there. The ball joint kind of popped out, which was a little annoying, but weirder things have happened. So he stands just fine like this, but there are actually toes that can be flipped out for him, which are just under here. They're flip like that, and see? So, here's the tiger tank, and I'll go over the posability right now. The head, it turns a little bit, although for some reason it only seems to be... That's weird. It only turns to the left. Like, watch. Oh, now it's turned to the right, so the head does swivel. So, ball jointed shoulders so that you can... The backpack type thing that's on him, it does limit the mobility, but you can still get some awesome dynamic poses out of him. There is like a hinge at the upper bicep, and there's also a ball jointed elbow. So that's it for the arms. For the legs, you have a ball joint hip, a swivel at the thigh, then a hinge knee. What's a little annoying is mine, I don't know if you can, yeah, it's a little loose, but I can get him to stand and pose just fine, so I'm not worried too terribly much. Yeah! Damn. The turret you can have him hold as like a rifle, which I think is a little silly because it's a little over the top and huge to be a rifle, because they also added little peg holes on the side of the arm, give him an arm cannon almost like Megatron. I think that's pretty cool. So I'll be going over the limb configuration next with him after I get done with the Mustang, or not Vortex. So the propeller spins. That's about it for the plane mode. Transform him. Go to the back, and you have to pull out this piece. See the little bar or something? What? It's like a little extra bit that pulls out, and that'll be used during the arm mode too. You split the legs in half and take out the tail, because that'll be used as a weapon later. And then you flip out down the legs. My apologies. So you flip down the legs from the, they just flip down, okay? And here's something you need to be careful about. Okay, you see this? That's actually a cut. And over here, there's like another cut and some bruises on my thumbs. Some of the points on these figures are so sharp, they will either lacerate you or bruise you. So when they say 15 and up, they weren't kidding. You really need to, like, be mature enough for it, so that you don't hurt yourself in the process. Yep, fold the little bar thing back in so that's back where it was. And I'm trying my best to make sure that this is all in view. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a little hard to work with the equipment I have right now. You fold down the arms out of the wings, and then in the back, you'll take the flaps, which, working flaps, that's props, And then you take the other part of the wing and flip it up. Repeat the process on the other side, and here we have our, wait a second, something isn't quite right now. I can't tell what it is. There we go. That's better. So here we have the Mustang in robot mode. So you just flip out this little barrel from in here. You flip out the little handle, and holds it quite nicely. Yeah. So the articulation on this guy. Again, you gotta be careful because the sharp points on the wings and on the back of these tail pieces. Somewhere on the tail pieces, I can't remember. You have 360 in the shoulders because of a ball joint. You also have a swivel joint in the shoulder, which gives you a little bit of range. And then you have an elbow, and that's it for the arms. The head is on a swivel. This one's a little bit more free. Ball joint hips and hinge knees. And that's all you get for the articulation on this guy. So next I'll be going over the limb modes. Okay? So quickly move this back here. Take this thing off. You essentially turn them back into the vehicle modes. Just for the limb modes. So you flip the arms up into the treads, and then you put them in the sides where they stay. Flip the toes back. Flip that down, flip this in, and then lastly we get one of the pieces and you split it. Well, sometimes it helps if you split it while it's bent at a place that isn't in the vehicle mode, I guess. So I'll try it that way. And then see these little screw hole areas. You actually plug both sides in like that. And there's the leg mode for this guy. And then quickly to get the arm mode is you flip this up. You can actually leave the arms as they are because you can just kind of fold them up as you wish to make it look appealing to your eyes. Because, I mean, they do have a set mode, but it's just like having the wings out, which looks a little silly. So I kind of like to fold this up a little bit, give this look. You pull that piece out, and that gives it a rotating bicep type deal. Dealy bop. You fold the legs in, and you there's the arm, except it's upside down, so we'll fix that. And it's actually the wrong arm, which is kind of funny. It must be in my room, but I'm not going to leave for the review, so yeah, sorry. But I'm just, whoa, there we go, pop that open, and reverse the process, kind of, because I'm going to show you the limb modes I created. So that you got to be kind of careful with these things because, I mean, they're third party, but sometimes you got to be a little forceful with it, which is scares you at first, but once you get used to it, you don't really notice it. It doesn't bother you as much. So you just put the see, it does work. But for here, you gotta kind of almost transform the tanks into robot mode for this to work. And you essentially just fold these up to add support for when it's plugged in, kind of. And then you kind of flip this around. And here's the art mode that I made. So Grave 9, if you're out there, if you take a look at my Skype picture, and then if you read my thing, you should understand what it means now. And to all the rest of you, I want to say this is the Grimlock Idiot signing out, and have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Take care.